Doula has priceless reaction when she notices something surprising about her newborn. In 2014, Kim Guiley and her husband had their first child and were intent on having another to complete their family. They were focused on following their dreams, as well as their communal dream, which meant expanding their family. In 2016, Kim became pregnant, which made her and her husband over the moon. Despite minor complications, she was prepared for her second and potentially final pregnancy. She gave birth 2 years before and was ready for what was to come. Well, that's what they thought. In reality, they had no idea what was coming. After being married for 3 years, Kim and Travis had their first child, Hazel, whom they love very much. Despite being incredibly happy with their marriage and child, they were sure they needed something more, and that meant another child. As a child, Kim had a close bond with her brother, and this relationship made her want the same for Hazel. Given that she was a doula, this Californian girl was used to assisting others with non-medical support before, during, and post-pregnancy. Her experience made her a pro, and she had no ounce of fear or anxiety. Unfortunately, her second pregnancy led to something devastating. Kim and her husband Travis were intent on adding another child, and luckily for them, Kim got pregnant in 2015. It all seemed like a dream until she suffered a miscarriage shortly after. Regardless, they were not giving up just yet, and a few months later, Kim fell pregnant again. She feared to have a second miscarriage, especially for Travis's sake. She didn't want to put her husband through that again. Wow, what an angel. Kim was over-prepared for a second child. Not only was she a mother already, but she also had plenty of doula experiences that gave her the strength she needed. Unfortunately, her miscarriage replaced this courage with a bit of concern, and she couldn't help but worry. Although she didn't have a miscarriage, her pregnancy did have its fair share of problems. With each trimester, new issues were coming. Every day it was something new, whether it was a concern for her gallbladder or strange images on the anatomy scan. Kim couldn't take it. That wasn't all. Just wait for what happened next. Not only do pregnant mothers anxiously await the birth of their child, but there's also a lot of hype around the gender reveal. Like all other expecting parents, Kim and Travis were anxious, waiting to find out if they were having a baby girl or a boy. But eventually, they made a strange decision about this. Most parents get frustrated waiting to see their baby's gender, but Kim and Travis looked away when they saw their newborn's second half. It's extremely uncommon to meet a couple who doesn't want to know if their baby will be a boy or a girl right away. Sometimes one parent doesn't, but both are rare. Although their decision is rather strange, it's possible that they had significant reasoning. After the miscarriage, the only thing Kim cared about was having a healthy baby. While Travis wanted to know the sex, she felt like it would be more fun if they just left it as a waiting game. At least she was back to herself and ready for a newborn. Centuries ago, people had to wait till the moment the child came out of the womb to see what gender it was. They accepted this because there was no alternative. Nowadays, technology allows seeing beforehand, but some mothers prefer not to. Kim was sure she was having a girl, but she didn't want to know. Due to all the problems she was experiencing, she reasoned it by saying females are prone to more complications. Her daughter Hazel also confirmed it would be a girl. Since she worked as a doula, she'd seen and gone through enough experiences to help her in that period. She admitted that she was getting very ill during the pregnancy, and that was typically associated with having a girl. On top of this, she had her and her daughter's female instincts that all confirmed she was having a girl. Although they sound ridiculous, she was sticking to this. The couple's allowed to stay with their decision to stay in the dark when it comes to the baby's gender. But that doesn't mean Kim wasn't allowed to play around with the guessing game. She felt her intuition was strong, but at the same time there was no way of knowing. Her work as a doula prepared her that you can never have expectations when it comes to birth and babies. Good to know, Kim is aware that her instincts could be false. The lovebirds had a long, tiresome journey, but they're almost at the end and will have completed their family in no time. They were exhausted by the difficult pregnancy, but felt at ease knowing their baby was arriving soon and it would be over. Little did they know that surprises were waiting for them. The due date was any day, and Kim learned unexpected news. She was told that her baby was posturing. In other words, it was head down and facing the abdomen. This typically happens only at the beginning of the pregnancy and is difficult to handle. Finally, on July 26th, Kim came face to face with her biggest obstacle. It's no secret that Kim had a difficult pregnancy, but stayed calm and strong in the face of everything. All these difficulties pointed to the hunch that she was holding a baby girl. Unfortunately, they came to a surprise they never saw coming. That night, Kim went through so many contractions that she must have been going into labor. Weirdly enough, she was remarkably calm. Kim did everything to get the baby turned positions. She even consulted with an acupuncturist and a chiropractor. However, nothing seemed to work. Although Kim planned to have an at-home birth, the complications she experienced forced her to give birth in a local hospital. But before they could do this, their newborn baby, ready to come out, and it was too late to go anywhere. Giving birth is the hardest part of pregnancy. It's a painful experience, and in Kim's situation, it was nothing but easy. Kim kept her chin up and remained positive throughout the entire period. She left it all up to her body and knew it would be okay. Finally, in the early morning of July 26th at approximately 5 a.m., Kim's long journey came to a close when she brought her baby into the world. She suffered for 3 hours but ended up with the home birth she always wanted. The couple was overjoyed with the new addition to their family, and everyone lived happily ever after. Wait, we're missing one important detail. What was the sex of the baby? Initially, Kim was hoping to have a baby boy so that Hazel could have a similar experience as she had with her brother growing up. Then this quickly changed to the desire for a healthy baby as the most important thing. When the moment finally came and Kim understood she had a baby boy, this is what her reaction looked like. They finally had all their dreams come true, and everything was perfect. The family was complete, and the couple was cracking up. That face, I don't even think I could replicate that face. I was truly shocked, she recollected. Kim's initial dream for her daughter has come true, and she has a beautiful son and daughter who will hopefully form a strong bond. The stress quickly shifted to the boy's name, and after consideration, they ended up on Theo. Kim and her family have gone through a roller coaster journey, but it was all worth it on July 26 when Theo came to the world. However, the recovery hasn't been particularly easy and has taken Kim some time to process that she has a daughter and a son. Regardless, she feels incredibly blessed as a mother.